For most of human history, dinner didn't come from a supermarket. There were no kitchens, no refrigerators, no packaged snacks waiting on a shelf. And if your ancient ancestors saw what you eat today, they probably wouldn't even recognize it as food. A cold soda in a metal can, bread that lasts for weeks, fruit shipped across oceans, sweet desserts available every single day. To them, this would have looked impossible, because for millions of years, humans survived in a world where food was uncertain, dangerous, and often horrifying. And the strangest part? Your body still behaves as if you're living in that world right now. To understand why, we need to go back far beyond civilization, nearly 3 million years into the past. The earliest humans weren't powerful hunters. They weren't kings of the food chain. Most of the time, they were scavengers. Picture the African savanna. A lion tears down an antelope and eats first. The organs, the muscle, the richest meat. Then come the hyenas, crushing ribs and skin with jaws strong enough to snap bone. By the time early humans arrived, almost nothing remained, except one thing, the thick leg bones, too dense for most predators to crack open. But humans had something unique, hands capable of gripping stones and using them like tools, so they smashed the bones apart. Inside was marrow, soft, fatty, loaded with calories. To modern people, it sounds disgusting. To your ancestors, it was survival. That gray fat hidden deep inside bone may have helped build the human brain itself. And they didn't stop there. Skulls were broken open too, because inside every skull was another treasure, the brain. Rich in fat, rich in energy. Exactly the kind of food a starving species needed. This is one reason your brain still loves high-calorie food today. Your body remembers a world where calories meant life. And meat wasn't the only thing on the menu. Early humans ate insects constantly. Termites, beetles, larvae pulled from rotting wood, protein hidden beneath bark and dirt. For thousands of generations, bugs weren't considered disgusting. They were reliable food. Then something changed everything forever. Fire. Deep inside a South African cave, archaeologists discovered evidence of controlled fire dating back around 1 million years. And once humans learned to control fire, food changed permanently. Cooking transformed survival. Meat became softer. Roots became edible. Nutrients became easier to absorb. Instead of spending massive amounts of energy digesting raw food, the body suddenly gained extra energy. And scientists believe much of that energy fueled one thing above all else, the human brain. A human brain is incredibly expensive. Even today, it consumes around 20% of your body's energy. Without calorie-dense cooked food, brains like ours may never have evolved. Cooking didn't just make food taste better. It may have created civilization itself. And as humans grew smarter, their diet expanded dramatically. They hunted massive animals across frozen plains. Bison, reindeer, wild horses, even mammoths. They gathered berries, nuts, mushrooms, roots, eggs, shellfish, and fish from rivers and coastlines. But one food stood above almost everything else: honey.
Look,
for ancient humans, honey was almost magical.
Oh, wow.
Pure
and
sugar,
there's a ladybug
instant
over here
energy,
too.
extremely rare. Some hunter-gatherer tribes today still risk their lives climbing dangerous trees just to reach wild honeycombs. And despite painful stings, they keep coming back, because the human brain is wired to crave sugar. Not because modern companies trained you to love it, because your ancestors survived because of it. Sugar meant fast energy and stored fat during times of starvation. Your brain still reacts to sweet food like it's discovering treasure. The problem is, modern food companies learned how to exploit that ancient instinct. Today, sugar hides inside almost everything. Drinks, bread, sauces, snacks, foods that never existed in nature. Your ancient survival system is being overwhelmed by a world with unlimited calories. And protein shaped us too. One successful hunt could feed an entire group for days. That meant less time searching for food, and more time teaching, building, creating tools, raising children, and telling stories around fires. Food didn't just keep humans alive, it changed human society itself. But hidden inside human history is something darker, something many people don't want to think about. In caves across Europe, archaeologists discovered ancient human bones with strange markings, skulls carefully cut and shaped, long bones cracked open deliberately. Not by animals, by humans. Some researchers believe these people were consumed by other humans, and in many cases, it wasn't because food was scarce. Animal bones were found nearby. There was plenty to eat, which means this may have been ritualistic, ceremonial, intentional. Sites in England, France, Spain, and other parts of Europe all reveal similar evidence. For thousands of years, humans sometimes consumed their own kind, not simply to survive, but because it carried meaning we still don't fully understand. And somehow, it gets stranger. Ancient humans also ate meat that had already begun to rot. Animals couldn't always be eaten immediately, so meat was stored in caves, cold water, or underground. Days later, weeks later, people came back and ate it anyway. By then, bacteria had already started breaking it down. To us, that sounds revolting, but fermentation may actually have made food easier to digest and richer in certain nutrients. In a strange way, traces of that behavior still exist today. Cheese, yogurt, pickles, sourdough bread, controlled decay, modern versions of an ancient survival strategy. Your cravings didn't appear randomly. They were programmed over millions of years. Fat, salt, sugar, protein. Your brain evolved to chase the richest food possible because, for most of human history, starvation was always close.